Greetings, welcome, and thank you for clicking. I'm Christian of Standing Stones Healing, encouraging your transformation during the life changes, challenges, and transitions of your journey with Reiki, card reading, and coaching. And I am so honored to welcome you to the Choose One of Three card reading for your March 2022 messages. Welcome, March. I am so excited and happy to see March. I don't know about you, but where I am in the world, in the eastern United States, March means that the days are getting longer, the sun is getting brighter and warmer, and things are sprouting more and more. So thank you. Welcome, March. Now, if you are new to these choose one of three card readings, this is how it works. You choose number 1, 2, or 3, and there is a corresponding reading for you for your monthly messages. I invite us to please just take a moment and let us take a few deep breaths to clear away everything that has come before, everything that will come later, and to focus in on this present moment, to clear our minds and allow which number, 1, 2, or 3, to make itself known. Thank you. I will also do a little drumming to allow you to clear your mind as well, and to allow the number 1, 2, or 3 to make itself known to you for your monthly messages. And of course, the number is down below in the notes where you can click directly to 1, 2, or 3 straight away for your monthly messages. What is your number? 1, 2, or 3? Welcome, number 1. Number 1, thank you for joining for your March 2022 messages. Number 1, your Celtic Dragon Tarot card is the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands. Great. Thank you. Got some things coming up. Let's see what else you have in store. Number 1. Your angel card is Isabella. Yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. Great. Thank you, Isabella. Interesting. Your Archangel card, number 1, for the month of March is Passion. Archangel Haniel says, trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. Thank you, Archangel Haniel. Your Viking rune for March is Harvest, the rune of harvest. And your Breathe Easy card is good fortune. I am fortunate. Though we all suffer from life's challenges, it is equally true that almost all of us are more fortunate than others in some way. I breathe in the realization of my good fortune. I am filled with gratitude for the riches of my life. I breathe out fear of scarcity. Okay, number one, this is a wonderful time for you, because this number one is a time for you of good fortune, a time for you of harvest, a time for you of reaping what you have sown. Now, what I'm getting for you, number one, is just some encouragement to maybe right now at this time do a little bit of study, do a little bit of reflection, and do a little bit of learning. Now, what I'm also picking up from this card number one is a message of some legal considerations. So what I'm getting for you is just an encouragement to, if you are maybe this month buying a house or a car, or you are maybe drawing up some contracts, just read the fine print, number one. Just pay attention to the details this month. Now, if you're thinking, well, Christian, I don't have anything to do with any contracts this month or anything like that. Well, this card is also encouraging you to be doing some close reading and some close reflection. And number one, to also be considering the good fortune in that. So, if you are buying a house, if you are buying a car, if you are signing a contract, to make sure that you are paying attention, reading it, focusing in on the details, crossing all of the T's and dotting all of the I's, and reading between the lines in terms of the good fortune of it, in terms of the gratitude of it. So, this is a time for you of reaping what you have sown, because when you are doing things like buying a new car or a house or signing a contract, there's work that goes into it before the signing, before the good fortune of the car, the house, whatever it might be. And so there's an encouragement for you right now, number one, to reflect upon the path that you have taken to get to this point of harvest, to reflect upon the way in which you have gotten there, the seeds that you have sown in order to now be harvesting them. So number one, any time that we harvest, we have to do work before we can harvest. Before we can eat the corn, we have to plant the seed. Before we can pick the tomato or pick the tomato, we have to plant the seed. And so, number one, right now you are picking the corn, you're picking the tomato, you are reaping what you have sown. And you are being encouraged to reflect upon what you already have planted in order to now reap the benefits. So the good fortune that is coming to you, that is here, is because you have already planted the seeds. Now, again, in the harvesting, in the picking of the tomato, in the picking of the corn, pay attention during that process. Pay attention during the harvesting process. So often we pay a lot of attention during the sowing of the seeds. A lot of time we pay attention to the process of getting to the point of good fortune, right? And so often we allow the harvesting to kind of pass us by, in the sense that we maybe aren't focusing so much on the act of the harvesting. You know, we've put so much effort into the planting that when it comes to the picking and the harvesting, so often we almost do it as an afterthought, right? Where we've put all of the thought into the preparation, so that when we get to the point of reaping those benefits of the preparation, it's almost like, well, yes, here it is, thank you very much, and on with the next thing. You're being encouraged, number one, to recognize your good fortune right now, to recognize the bountiful harvest, and to focus in on that, to not lose sight of the details of the preparation and planning, to not lose sight of the little things, the dotting the I's and crossing the T's as you are harvesting. Because so often we focus on those things during the preparation, during the planting, but we don't always focus on them so much during the harvesting. So you're just being encouraged to, almost like reading a scroll, to really put some thought into your harvesting this at this time, and to harvest in a more planned and more careful kind of way, just paying attention to the harvesting. You've put all of this effort into the planting. Now, don't lose sight, don't lose focus. Keep focused on those details as you are harvesting. So again, making sure that you are reading, paying attention to any documents, the process of the harvesting, even maybe doing some additional reading and some additional reflection upon the harvesting process right now. But certainly a fortunate time. Now, what else are we getting from these cards? Isabella is saying, yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. So the positive expectations that you had when you planted the seeds are now coming to fruition. Keep your focus on that. Keep your focus on the good things. You know, anytime that we plant, anytime that we harvest, there are going to be some fruits that are gotten by the bugs or the squirrels, the deer or the rabbits or whatever else might eat your plants. And that's going to happen. And we can put our focus on all of the tomatoes that have been lost to the groundhogs, gophers, or we can put the focus on all of the remaining fruits, everything else that is abundant all around us. So you're being encouraged to know that as you reap what you have sown, as you harvest, put the focus on the fruits that are there, that the fruits that did make it into your basket, into your horn of plenty. And know that this is the right time for you to be picking the fruits of your labor. So yes, number one, this is the right time for you to harvest. You're also being encouraged to go forth with the harvesting with some passion and joy. The harvesting process, number one. Enjoy this time. Bring enjoyment into it. I just had an image of dancing as you are harvesting, dancing as you are picking those fruits, dancing as you are picking the fruits from the tree, from the vine, whatever it might be, metaphorical or literal. Have passion. So move forward with passion in your harvesting. Passion and joy and enjoyment. Now, whether that has to do with the acquirement of things, car, house, maybe career, work, whatever it might be, number one, the possibilities are endless. And just some real encouragement to be putting the focus on that good fortune, knowing that it is indeed time for you to harvest what you have already planted, to pay attention while you are doing it, and to do it with joyfulness. Make a joyful noise as you are reaping those fruits that you have planted. Now, finally, number 1, I'm also going to encourage for you some gratitude at this time. So I'm going to encourage you to practice gratitude as you are plucking those fruits, as you are reading the details of any legal documents or contracts, whatever it might be. Focusing in on the good fortune with gratitude is really going to help to amplify this experience for you, to amplify the harvesting experience. So breathe in the realization of your good fortune, filled with gratitude for all of the riches. Riches, we've got them right here, number 1, in the harvest. All of the riches. Be filled with the gratefulness of those. And breathe out the fear of scarcity. There is abundance all around you. By the way, number 1, this is the trick to abundance. I'm going to give you a big secret right here to the secret. It's all about recognizing the abundance that is already around you. And so you may be thinking, Christian, what do you mean reaping what I'm sowing? I got nothing here. What do you mean abundance? What do you mean harvest? What do you mean corn and tomatoes? I don't have any of that right now. The trick, number 1, to bringing abundance into your life is recognizing the abundance that already exists. If nothing else, you have an abundance of air all around you. And to get the number 1 thing that you need the most to live, all you need to do is take it in with a deep breath. That's abundance. So focusing in on all of the abundance that is already around you right now and doing that with gratitude is going to be important for you during your March, number 1. Now, number 1, I also want to encourage you in my Encouraging Your Journey Facebook group for the month of March and onward. So whenever you're listening to this in the month of March, this is happening. Go and check it out in the Encouraging Your Journey Facebook group. We are doing 7 weeks of deep practices, transformative practices to help deepen our experience. These are the practices of my 7-way path. And gratitude is the very first step on the 7-way path. So join the Encouraging Your Journey group where throughout the next 7 weeks of March and onward, there will be all kinds of activities to help you get grateful and to help you really be thankful for and enjoy the harvest that you are reaping right now in the month of March. So please do. That is at facebook.com/groups/encouraging your journey. Join us for 7 weeks on the 7-way path. Well, number 1, this is a wonderful reading for you. I want to encourage you to stop back at the end of the month. No matter when you are listening to this reading during the month of March, I encourage you to stop back at the end of March because this reading is a reading that really unfurls itself and opens itself. There are many layers to this reading. This is the Untethered Spread reading. This is one of my unique readings that you will not find anywhere else. And this reading is a multi-layered reading that unfurls. And so I encourage you to check back at the end of the month to listen in on this because you will find that more of this reading has unfurled itself at that time. The best way to do that is to subscribe so that you can easily get back to this reading. Like it the video, share the video, you know, all of the things. You may also, number one, want to get on the Standing Stones Healing mailing list because you will get notification of the monthly Choose One of 3 readings when they are released. And you'll get notifications of other events that I have going on as well. So please do get on my mailing list. You can do that at standingstoneshealing.com/kit, K-I-T. And when you do that, you also get a copy of my Life Change Encouragement Kit with my Standing Like the Stones book, Life Change Meditation, and Affirmations with Native American Style Flute. So please do know that is available for you during this happy time. Well, number one, I am very excited for you for your March. It is time for you to be reaping. It is time for you to be enjoying the abundance. It is time for you to be reveling in that and bringing your focus into that experience. So, number one, for your March, I send you blessings and best wishes for your March 2022. Welcome, number two, to your Choose One of 3 card reading messages for March 2022. Number 2, your Celtic Dragon Tarot cards are the 2 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Wonderful. The 2 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Now, number 2, if you are new to these card readings, sometimes more than one card just pops out. My cards are very insistent. They will just pop right out when I'm shuffling. And sometimes more than one card pops out. And you got 2 Celtic Dragon Tarot cards. Now, what's really interesting, number 2, this month, is that number 1 got 1 Celtic Dragon Tarot card. Number 2 got 2, and number 3 got 3 Celtic Dragon Tarot cards. Kind of exciting. But these are your 2, number 2, for the month of March. Your angel card is Akasha. You are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. Thank you, Akasha. Wonderful. Number 2. Number 2, you also, number 2, had 2 Archangel cards that clearly popped out for you. Archangel Jophiel says, go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. So, get outdoors. Thank you, Archangel Jophiel. Yes, I've got some things coming up for you here, number 2, but let's see what else we have in store for your monthly messages. Archangel Ariel is saying, your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. Prosperity, number 2. Thank you, Archangel Ariel. Your Viking rune, number 2, is the rune of disruption. Disruption. And finally, your Breathe Easy card is home. I am home. Make your home base secure, and you will feel comfortable no matter where you go. I breathe in the feeling that I am safe and protected. I am filled with self-confidence, enabling me to love and accept others even more. I breathe out insecurity. Okay, number 2. Here is what I'm getting for you for your March 2022. Number 2, you are at a point right now where it is time for you to cross a bridge. Now, maybe you're already feeling that you are on the bridge and crossing the bridge. Maybe you've already had feelings that you are heading in this direction. Maybe you don't have this in your line of sight yet in your experience. But know, number 2, that this is a time for you to be crossing a bridge. You are right now at the point of a threshold on your journey, and you are being encouraged to walk across that bridge. Now, this bridge is a disruptive kind of bridge because they always are. Number 2, any time in our lives that we are crossing from one point into another, it's disruptive. Just like any time in our lives we walk through a door, we are leaving one room to go into another. And that is always disruptive. Disruption is not necessarily a bad thing. You know, number 2, when you think about a seed growing and sprouting, and the little shoot is coming up through the ground is disrupted by that. There is disruption in that growth, but it's a good thing. And so, number 2, this crossing of the bridge for you is going to be disruptive. It's going to disrupt your current experience, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, number 2. Disruption doesn't have to be bad. Well, number 2, what this disruption is really all about is your spirituality. You've got some disruption going on with your spirituality for March, number 2. Now, what we're hearing in this card, you are a spiritual teacher. This is something that maybe you had been feeling, had been thinking, have been wanting to move towards, have been wanting to cross the bridge into. You are being encouraged, number 2, to know that yes, indeed, this is the right bridge for you to cross. Indeed, you are being encouraged to cross that bridge and to move into expanding your spiritual teachings, your spirituality out into the world. You know, so often when we do that, we can feel nervous, we can feel hesitant, we can feel afraid, almost like a turtle that just wants to stay in its shell. You are being encouraged, number 2, to come out of your shell this month, to get out there, put yourself out there, get yourself out of your shell, cross the bridge, or start across the bridge, and know that you indeed are safe as you do so. Here's the thing, number 2. You know, when we put ourselves out there, when we expand our self into the world, and we have those fears about judgment, we have those fears about not being accepted, we have fears about being criticized, and we want to just retreat into our shell. Know, number 2, that you always have your shell with you. That as you move out into the world, as you cross the bridge, the shell is always with you. In other words, number 2, you are always home no matter where you are. And so, number 2, you are being encouraged to move forward from a place of power and confidence and an inner knowing, an inner sense of self, an inner power, knowing that you always have your shell with you, knowing that you are always safe, knowing that you are now safe to move forward with your visions. Maybe they've been tucked back in the back of your mind. Maybe you've been hesitant to even think or dream about getting your spiritual teachings out into the world or expressing them to others or moving into the world in whatever way, shape, or form that looks like to you. You are being encouraged to know, number 2, that it is safe to do so, and you are being encouraged to do so. You know, number 2, we are all spiritual teachers. Every single one of us. Every single one of us is a spiritual teacher. And we all have the ability to help one another in our own spiritual journeys. We all have the ability to help one another heal. No matter who you are, where you are, or your experiences, we all have beautiful, powerful, empowering things to say and share and teach one another. And so, number 2, if you are saying, spiritual teacher, not me, yes, you. Yes, all of us. So, number 2, what else am I getting for you? I am also getting the encouragement for you. I'll talk about this in a second. Before I do that, I want to talk about the King of Pentacles and what the King of Pentacles is all about. The King of Pentacles is confident. The King of Pentacles is sure of himself. The King of Pentacles is ready to move forward into the world. He's got his hand on his sword. He's ready to move forward. And he's doing it from a place of inner power, not unlike the turtle. The King of Pentacles, the turtle, very much aligned in this reading for your March 2022 number 2. So draw upon the power of the King of Pentacles and the turtle at this time to help you move forward with the visions that you might have, the things that you might want to bring into the world. This could be something as simple as just sending out love messages. It could be something as simple as prayer, chanting, mantra. This could be something as simple as giving people hugs. You know, spirituality comes in an infinite number of shapes and forms, and what feels spiritual to you is appropriate for you, number 2. So when I say you are a spiritual teacher, it doesn't mean that, oh gosh, I have to go start a spiritual business now. Or, oh my gosh, I've been feeling called to do this, but I don't think I really want to do that, Christian, but you're telling me I should. It's whatever it means to you, number 2. And that could be something as simple as sending out some handwritten thank you, I love you notes. So know, number 2, that this idea of being a spiritual teacher takes an infinite number of forms, and that it is not confined to what we often think of as spiritual teaching, like Reiki, card reading, or coaching. It could be anything, number 2, that you feel called to express in the world in terms of your spirituality. Now, what else? Number 2, we've got here Archangel Jophiel, who is saying, get outdoors. I agree with this 100%. Archangel Jophiel, thank you for this message. Get outdoors, number 2. Going outdoors, getting outdoors is really going to help you with a few things. Number 1, getting outdoors, taking some time in nature, is going to help you to feel empowered, to walk across that bridge. Getting outdoors is going to help to increase your feelings of well-being, increase your confidence, increase your faith in yourself. So get outdoors, breathe in the fresh air, take some inspiration from nature. That's going to help. Number 2, nature is the greatest teacher. Nature is the greatest healer. And so allow nature to help you on this journey. Allow nature to guide you. Allow nature to inspire you as you move forward across this bridge. Crossing a bridge is not easy. Crossing a bridge is scary. Disruption is not easy. Disruption can be scary, even when it is positive disruption. And Mother Earth is here to help support us as we move forward on the bridges of our the bridges of our lives. Yes, sometimes, number 2, when you are crossing a bridge, you can feel like you are upside down. So know that that is part of the process, and you may be feeling those feelings at this time. As a matter of fact, I'm just getting the encouragement for you, number 2. As you experience disruption with moving forward with your spiritual teachings, you may very well want to get my Life Change Encouragement Kit. Because in the Life Change Encouragement Kit, I talk about the challenges that we have with disruption, with life change, with even a change like moving forward with our spiritual teachings, with our creative gifts, with the things that we want to birth in the world. So get that Life Change Encouragement Kit at standingstoneshealing.com/kit. This is a free kit that has my Standing Like the Stones book, Life Change Meditation, and Affirmations with Native American Style Flute. So get that kit because it's going to help you with some encouragement at this time as you cross that bridge, even expectedly if you feel upside down while you are crossing that bridge. Also know, number 2, that prosperity comes in all shapes and forms. And so prosperity, as you move out into the world with your spiritual teachings, again, they might be hugs, they might be encouraging posts, they might be love notes. It doesn't have to look all the same way, number 2. But as you move forward in the world with that spirituality and the expressions of your spirituality, know that that is prosperous. Know that that will result in prosperity for you. Now, it doesn't have to be money. So it's not like it means that, oh, I'll move forward with spiritual teachings and then I'll get lots of money. Well, that could be the case. And it doesn't have to be, because prosperity isn't just about money. Prosperity is also about things like love, abundance, gratitude. That's prosperity too. Maybe just a prosperity of hugs will be coming to you as you give out more hugs in the world. So just know, number 2, that sending these gifts out into the world, coming out of your shell and sharing them with others is going to result in prosperity for you in whatever way, shape, or form that means to you, because prosperity means so many more things than we often think it does, number 2. Beautiful, number 2. Now, number 2, I do want to encourage you. As you express your spirituality in the world during the month of March, you may very well want to join my Encouraging Your Journey group. That's at facebook.com/groups/encouraging your journey. Because for the month of March and onwards, so extending past the month of March, we are for 7 weeks going on a journey. We are for 7 weeks going to be walking the 7-way path. And the 7-way path is a journey of 7 transformative practices. It is a journey that I have created of 7 transformative practices. One of those transformative practices is indeed spending time in and with nature. And so if you're looking for some encouragement on getting outdoors, come to the Encouraging Your Journey group, because for one of those 7 weeks, we're going to be talking all about nature. And we're going to be sharing the gifts of nature together. So this will help you to get inspired to get outdoors. This will also be a great opportunity for you, number 7, to share your spiritual teachings as well, to share your encouragement as we walk the 7-way path together. So please do check that out and join. I also encourage you, number 2, to check out at the end of the month this Untethered Spread reading. This reading is a unique reading. You won't find this reading anywhere else. And this reading is a reading that really unfurls itself and reveals itself in layers. So no matter when you listen to this reading in March, I encourage you to come back to the reading at the end of March and see how it resonates then, because you will find that more of the reading has revealed itself throughout the month of March. So definitely check back. Of course, you can easily do that by subscribing to my channel, liking this video. You may also wish to share this with someone else who might want their own March messages in their own number 1, 2, or 3 reading. And of course, you can also learn about this reading on my website, standingstoneshealing.com. You can learn why I call it the Untethered Spread and what that is all about. So, number 2, this is a beautiful reading for your March. Number 2, it's time. It's time for you to express yourself a little bit more in the world, spiritually speaking. So know that you are being encouraged to do so. Also know, number 2, if you have hesitancy with doing that, if you feel like the turtle, if you're nervous while you're crossing the bridge, that's part of the process. So know that that is absolutely okay, and that is part of just the process of putting ourselves out into the world. So number 2, thank you so much. I am so honored to send you your March 2022 messages, and so honored to come to you with all kinds of offerings. I send you, number 2, blessings and best wishes for your March 2022. Greetings, number 3. Welcome, number 3, to your choose one of 3 card reading messages for March 2022. Your Celtic Dragon Tarot cards are number 3. This month, you had 3 Celtic Dragon Tarot cards. So what is very interesting this month, number 3? Now, if you are new to these readings, I have to tell you that the cards are very insistent. My cards always pop right out. I will shuffle and the cards will literally fly out. So this month, when the cards flew out, number 1 got 1 Celtic Dragon Tarot card. Number 2 got 2 Celtic Dragon Tarot cards. And number 3, you got 3 Celtic Dragon Tarot cards. Let's see what they are. Your number 1 Celtic Dragon Tarot card, number 3, is the 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords. Interesting. Your second Celtic Dragon Tarot card is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Yep, okay, great. And finally, your third Celtic Dragon Tarot card is the 8 of Wands. I've got some clear things coming up for these 3 cards for sure, but let's see what else we have in store. Your angel card is Teresa, time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. Thank you, Teresa. Always an excellent reminder that we all need from time to time for sure. Your Archangel card is Life Review. Archangel Jeremiah says, take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. Thank you very much, Archangel Jeremiah. Beautiful. Your Viking rune for the month of March, number 3, is the rune of partnership. This is sometimes also referred to as the rune of love, but partnership. And I'm getting some things coming up with this rune for sure. And finally, your Breathe Easy card is contentment. I am content. Contentment in all circumstances is the ideal goal. But as mortals, we must be as content as we can, returning to our center as soon as possible when irritations arise. I breathe in mercy and acceptance. I am filled with contentment. I breathe out dissatisfaction. All right, number 3. What am I getting for you, number 3? Here's what I'm getting for you, number 3. Number 3, it's been a time of some activity for you in terms of the encouragement from Teresa. So busy, take some time out. So number 3, you're being encouraged to rest right now. And also, as you rest, with 3 cards, it takes me a minute to shuffle through them and find the one I want. This one, number 3. As you rest, number 3. As you rest, as you care for yourself, as you take some time out. Now, right now may actually be a time when you are doing this. Right now, you may be saying, oh yeah, Christian, I am taking some time out. Oh yes, I'm feeling burnt. I am feeling spent. And right now, I am taking a break. Or maybe you've been go, and so go that you're like, Christian, I don't have time. I don't have time to take a break. You are being encouraged, number 3, during the month of March, take a break. Take a break, take a rest, take a pause, relax, take a nap. Now, as you nap, number 3, first of all, everything, all of the busyness is still going to be there when you wake up. So, in other words, you're not going to miss anything when you take a pause. And as you take your nap, number 3, you are being encouraged to do some dreaming while you are napping. You are being encouraged to do some reflection. You are being encouraged to do some what if. What if this? What if that? What if? To do some thinking, to do some reflecting, to do some planning, to do some dreaming. Now, this might mean like actual literal dreaming while you are actually literally napping, or it might be daydreaming, visioning, journaling. By the way, I'm a major proponent of journaling. But just some dreaming, some forecasting, some thinking. And to do that as you are resting. And then, number 3, you are being encouraged to put that dreaming into motion. To know that there is encouragement. I just had the image of a big wind current coming. And just know that there is some encouragement for you to put those dreams into action and know that those are supported. Know that there is divine power is what just came to me. Whoa. Know that there is some purpose behind that, and to put those dreams into the world that you are dreaming while you are pausing and resting. So you've got some encouragement here to take a break, do some resting, and then move forward with the visions that came to you during that rest. You know, resting is a powerful time. We often think that rest is a point of weakness because there's inactivity. You know, we're lying down, we're taking a nap, we're closing our eyes, we're not moving forward, we're paused, we're resting, not much is going on, it's boring, there's no activity, it's a waste of time. But actually, when we are resting, we are giving ourselves not only an opportunity to rest physically, but also mentally, emotionally, spiritually, on all levels, number 3. And it is when we rest and reflect that we are able to synthesize and integrate our experiences. It is a time when more ideas and creativity can come to us. And it is actually a time of power in that way. A time when we can bring in new and fresh ideas that we often are not able to amidst a flurry of activity. So know, number 3, that your pausing is not a waste of time. Your pausing is not keeping you from getting things done. Remember, the swords are still going to be there when you wake up. The resting is an opportunity for you to gain new ideas, for you to get clarity, for you to even, number 3, be reinvigorated by your visions and then move forward with them. Wow, that is pretty incredible. So as you do this, number 3, as you take a pause in the month of March, or even as the month of March becomes a pause for you, because let's face it, sometimes we pause and it's not of our own choosing. Sometimes we're forced to pause. I just had the image right now of a broken foot. And maybe we did not purposefully break our foot, but we are now being forced to slow down, quite literally. And so even when it isn't of our choosing, it still is an opportunity for us to do reflection, to do some visioning, and to then be able to move forward once our foot is healed. Now, during this time of pausing and reflecting and taking a nap, you may want to consider doing some kind of life review. So what I'm getting here very clearly is just an encouragement for you to consider your dreams, your wishes, your desires, your hopes, and to do that by looking back on your life and your experiences, the things that you have done, the things that you already have dreamed and put into motion in the world. This, what I'm getting, is going to help you to get some clarity for your future, your current and future visions and dreams, and to even also help to give you some momentum to those. Number 3, as you then, once your foot is healed, move forward in your experience on your journey. So doing a life review right now is going to be beneficial for you as you are resting, as you are napping, as you are dreaming. Now, this life review can take a number of shapes and forms. It can take an infinite number of shapes and forms. It could be journaling, writing down a list of things that you've done. Journaling, writing, it could be drawing, it could be painting, it could be writing a song about your life and the things that you have done, writing songs about your dreams, whatever it might be, the possibilities are infinite. Number 3. So however you feel called to do some life reviewing, go ahead and do that. And do that to help you move forward with the dreams and visions that you have, the creativity that comes to you as you are resting. Now, what else? What am I getting from this love rune? This is sometimes called the love rune. And sometimes, yes, it does signal a love relationship. What I'm getting here from this rune, number 3, this rune is really also about partnership and also commitment. And so what I'm getting from this rune for you at this time is to almost in a sense be a partner to yourself right now. So you know how so often we really push it when it comes to our limits, when it comes to our ability to just go, 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 go. And sometimes we just kind of fall over tired. You're being encouraged right now, number 3, to almost treat yourself as someone else. So pretending that you are a love partner, pretending that you are a parent, pretending that you are a friend, and saying, hey, you, me, maybe take a little bit of a break right now. Maybe slow down. Isn't it so true that we so often are saying things to our loved ones that really we should be saying to ourselves? Like, slow down, take some time for yourself. You deserve it. You don't have to do everything yourself. Self-care is important. And we dispense that encouragement, which is good encouragement, but then we ourselves are go, 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 take care of everyone else, no time for ourselves. I think you know what I'm talking about, number 3. So you are being encouraged to almost create a partnership with yourself, a commitment to yourself during the month of March, number 3. 2, rest up, to dream, to visualize, to get creative in your own time, taking a nap, getting a pedicure or a manicure, or get your hair done. Whatever it might be, number 3, you're being encouraged to just take some time for yourself this month, because it is in taking time for yourself that creativity is going to flow to you, new ideas, new dreams, new visions that you are then going to feel renewed and ready to put forth into the world. So take a break, take a pause, daydream, vision, plan, and then move forward with those visions, dreams, and planning. Wow, what a great encouragement for you. Number 3. Now with this contentment card, you know, contentment very much is, I don't know about you, but I think this is rather a very contented kind of card. You know, we have someone here who is daydreaming, thinking, wouldn't life be grand if, wouldn't this be wonderful if, I would love to do this. That's a very contented kind of a reflection, can be a very contented kind of experience. And so find some time for yourself this month, number 3, for contentment. Find some time for contentment. I know it's not going to be easy. I know you're thinking, Christian, you have no idea how busy I am right now. It's crazy. Yes, I am sure. No, I don't know what your life is like. And yes, I am sure it's crazy busy. And purposefully take some time to take a nap, some moments of contentment for yourself. And that's just the thing here too. A nap doesn't have to be for hours. I'm not saying take a nap for the whole month of March. just carve out some time. We can also carve out moments of time, number 3, that add up to more time. So time doesn't have to be broken down into big chunks. We often think of it in that way, but indeed, time can be moments here and there that we piece together. So I want to encourage you not to feel overwhelmed by needing to find a bunch of time to take time to just daydream and reflect, and I've got so much to do. You can take time in just moments. A moment here, a moment there, it all adds up. But find those moments, don't find them, number 3, create those moments of contentment where you can do some reflection, where you can just breathe and be contented in your breathing. Just breathe and be contented in your dreaming. Number 3, that is wonderful, exciting for you for sure. But please do make sure to be taking time for yourself this month. Clearly, you are being encouraged to do so. So number 3, I want to encourage you. One way that you could maybe take some time for yourself is to pop in on my Encouraging Your Journey group at facebook.com/groups/encouraging your journey. For the whole month of March and beyond, we are joining in on a 7-week journey on my 7-way path. And the 7-way path is a path of 7 transformative practices. And so we're going to be going through all of those practices, 7 weeks of all kinds of great experiences like gratitude and getting in touch with nature and talking about and performing rituals. That's all for free in the Encouraging Your Journey group for the month of March. So that is there to support you as you find moments of contentment throughout the month, as you vision and dream during the month of March. That's at facebook.com/groups/encouraging your journey. Now, number 3, I also want to encourage you, please do like this video, please do subscribe, please do share. If you think someone else would love to choose number 1, 2, or 3 and get their own March messages, please do send it along to them. I am always honored to offer these messages. I also want to encourage you to, no matter when you are listening to this during the month of March, I encourage you to come back at the end of the month and listen in, because this reading is my Untethered Spread reading. This is a unique reading you will not find anywhere else. And this reading really unfurls itself. It opens in layers. And so you will find at the end of the month that it resonates differently for you than it did when you first listened to it. Maybe at the beginning of the month, maybe the middle of the month, whenever. I encourage you to come back and listen in on this again, because indeed it will have revealed more of itself at that time. Well, number 3, I am so honored to come to you with your March 2022 messages. To you, I say thank you. Now, of course, I do these monthly readings every month. And so if you would like notification of the monthly reading to your inbox, all you've got to do is sign up for the Standing Stones Healing mailing list. You can do that at standingstoneshealing.com/kit, KIT. And when you do that, you will also get my Life Change Encouragement Kit with the Life Change Encouragement, the Life Change Meditation, the Standing Like the Stones ebook full of life change tips and encouragement, and Affirmations with Native American Style Flute to encourage you on your journey. So thank you so much, number 3. It is a true honor. I send you blessings and best wishes for your March 2022.